What's up, everybody? We are about to build another bike. Welcome to the Mini Bike Builders Guild and the workshop of North Mini Bikes. We are setting up for another build. And this is what I set up for my ground clearance. Okay. Ouch, Jesus Christ. I almost gave myself a sliver. Jesus. So this is my height right here. I use two 2x4s and then a half-inch piece. So this is how I got set up. So we're going to get after it. So this is how far we got on the first day. We're getting there, you know. Had to get everything set back up, and it took a while. The basics are there. It goes pretty quick. So yeah, we are getting there.
Girl singing Brian's bike, we make it whole. Working hard, midnight hearts and soul. From the ground up, piece by piece. Brian's bike, our masterpiece. Chain link, curve sync, pedals in motion. Sweat drips, hand slips, perfect a potion. Handlebars grip tight, grips on fire. Brian's ride, almost done raising it higher. Girl singing Brian's bike, we make it whole. Working hard into the night, hearts and soul. From the ground up, piece by piece. Brian's bike, our masterpiece. Tools clang, jokes slang, music blaring out. Got a passion, got a plan, no room for doubt. Final touches, last rushes.
My parts came today for the hub, so we're good to go there. The front wheel won't be here until, like, I don't know, January, something like that. So we're waiting on the front wheel. We've got the front tire, everything. Sorry my garage freaking hit, but we got to do a bunch of work in here. And I got to fix my snow blower. So we just been throwing shit on the ground. Just, you know, get the hell out of my way there. So it is what it is. I didn't have my cleaning lady come in. I have this lady that comes in and she knows where everything goes and saves the day usually after every bike build. So this is where we're at. We are getting there. This one's going to be pretty badass. I love the wheel and tire. Kind of stunk that it wasn't red on the backside. I might change that. I don't know, but there will be a big red sprocket and stuff in there, so you probably won't even notice. We'll probably powder coat that hub too, so it matches everything. But I think I'll leave these lugs chrome. I kind of like the offset of that. So it's gonna be a badass bike. I mean, it'd be just like a white one over here, but it's a little different. It's a little wider, so we don't have the tire curb problem like this thing here. So you don't scratch your wheel. Takes room, so I had to compensate for that. Plus I went a little wider at the neck. As you can see here, you can see that I kind of went to the side of the pipe instead of in the middle to make a little more room for the gas tank. All right, so now we're going to take it off the jig and put it back on the table. So this is how we did the brake. We'll clean that up a little bit, but super easy to on and off. I can put it basically anywhere I wanted. That is a 3/16 shaft that goes in there. These are the front calipers. It's the same as the rear. I just like the way that they have the front one mounted better. Makes it much easier. So this is, take these two off, tap, 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 it slides right off. So I mean, you know, it's not exactly the same as the last one. This is like the Marauder frame V2, okay? A little better, a little wider frame. Leave us plenty of room for stuff. Everything fits almost perfectly, again, like against the collars. Everything is just spaced out beautifully because, well, we made the mistakes with the first one. Now this one is superior. This will be black too as well. I'll probably mask off like the top part there just for the brake pad and then paint the rest black because it's just really chrome. I'm trying to keep black and red with this, but man, the wheel looks just badass. The camera's not really doing it, but man, it looks cool as hell. And then we've got the chain on the other side. This is a 55. I'd like to jump up to a 60. I have one somewhere, but because we started with the garage just hurricaned, I'm having some trouble finding all these parts that I have. Next is to get the chain engine mounts on, all lined up, all that good stuff. Get the front on, but the front wheel won't come for another couple of weeks, which sucks. So we're basically going to be at a standstill waiting for the front wheel. But, you know, I mean, we'll still order the seat, get everything mocked up here, everything good to go, cleaned up, get her ready for paint, and then we'll go from there.
When you're on top, and we rate, at least that much will be done right. I'm just gonna say I'm glad your ex, trust the word, decided it was all messed up. And he said you took forever. I'm saying enjoy it instead. Pretentious, phony. I'm not. Today, Jenkins is searching for a unique part for.
Okay, so this is how I do my engine mounts. This is a 1.5-inch signpost from Home Depot, galvanized. So make sure that you clean an edge up, otherwise it's gonna frickin' snap, crackle, pop like Rice Krispies when you weld it. So that's not in there. All right, so there we are. So I'll take some big oversized nuts like this, put them on there so that I don't have to turn that frickin' lock nut for an hour to get it tight. So you just put these on there and it just, you know, a few turns. Everything runs so smooth when you're not using the camera. All right, there we go. It just makes mock-up a lot easier. So this engine is one I was gonna use for the GT's drag bike, but that frame is such a piece of shit that I just put it on a shelf. I'm so tired of that fucking thing. It was all bent out of shape when I got it. I don't know what the hell was happening. Maybe they sent me a shit one. I mean, I don't know. It's just garbage. So I figured, well, hell, this guy wants to build a bike, and basically I'm doing this one for cost because he's my neighbor. So we're gonna make sure he's squared away here. I'm probably gonna go way above and beyond. Probably lose money on this one, but at least another bike of mine on the road and another person to ride with. So it's kind of a personal investment. So basically what I do is I mark, I get the engine as close as I can, put my pieces here, my sheet, and that way when I get the chain on, the engine on, I can move everything forward to snug that chain as much as possible because it's going to stretch or waller out. So it'll be loose. So when I build my bikes, I don't make them so that you can adjust the engine forward and back, because to me that's asinine. So with mine, all you do is just move the wheel up and down. Sometimes you might take a half link or something like that. But this time we're using the red chain because of the scheme. I've never used these, but they really don't look pre-stretched, so I have to figure for quite a bit of stretch. So this is how I like to do it. It's just a lot easier. The other one, square. Okay. And we'll get everything situated. One of the biggest things that I've found, never finish weld. You know, I mean, even these aren't finished. I'll put some caps on everything. These are just kind of, you know, these I was struggling with the welder to get it to lay some frickin' bead. You don't get the laser on there. So we're dead center right now. Doing real good. This is a sniper. It's for race carts to make sure that you get your chain exactly straight. Friggin' thing's $100. I mean, who knows what it is now? When I got it was $100.
700 on the dot. With stretched bags, stretched fenders, or rigged neck, 26-inch wheels, airs.
I need, about 4 1/4 inches. We'll cut that sucker. I don't have a helping hand, so I kind of jimmy rigged myself up one here. Put a clamp on it to actually clamp on the pipe. So the problem is, I have to ground to that pipe. And it makes it tricky. That is for sure. This is definitely one of the most difficult parts. Like I said, it's just me. In order to get things straight, square, it's tricky. I'm just gonna put a little tack right there. Jesus. All right, well, we're kind of at a standstill right now. I gotta order the seat, and I'm waiting for my gas tank. It's supposed to have been here like the last 2 days in a row or something. It's been in town for 3 days, just sitting there. So I don't know what the hell's going on, but basically we're just waiting on the gas tank and the front wheel. That's about it. We got just about everything finished. I don't know what's going on with this bike, maybe because it's a little wider. These bars are hitting good with me. I don't know, I mean, I do have my signature Y bars, but you know, those are my bikes. To me, they seem a little bit tall, but it's hard to tell until you're on the seat. But they do look pretty fucking gangster. I do like that. I think I'm gonna go with these. I'm gonna talk to the owner again and see what he says, but I kinda like those. Those are just usually bars I use for mock-up and stuff, but you know, they line up with the forks, and it's kinda cool. We'll see. But the wheel looks super cool. I love that red. It's so sharp. In the summer, it's just gonna freaking kick ass. This engine, just about every piece of it is gonna go red, except for that fancy billet piece. Big red, 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 red. We've got some red pieces going on over here. We've got the side cover, all that good stuff. It's just like a normal red. I'm gonna clear everything so that fuel doesn't hurt anything at all. But you know, the engine and stuff, it's gonna be bright red. So the front wheel is a lot like this. There's just more webbing. It's black with the red accents, just like that. So like 2 weeks before that sucker's here, so it's just kind of gonna sit on here. But one of the biggest things is right, I think I got it out here, right here. Okay, this bike's gonna have frickin' fuel injection. Okay, pump carb that's tuned with an O2 sensor. So that way we know it is tuned to perfection. And I mean, fuel injection is fuel injection, man. I mean, Won't get any better than that. I mean, look one of these carbs up, a Tillotson carb. They're like $400 freaking dollars. So, you know, I do a little work. Had to design a little arm to save myself like 300 bucks, but they work like a freaking road. I have a little extension pipe that goes on here with the sensor, and when you tune it, you just let it run, then slip the pipe off, and then we'll paint the pipe with the black. But I kind of went with this cool Enterprise looking pipe this time. Looks like the freaking Starship Enterprise, but I wanted it more for performance. I actually rasped out the inside to make it smooth. I wanted it to come straight out at that same angle and then come back, because before I used to kind of lean them in. Well, there would be a pretty hardcore angle there. Anyways, we're going hard red on this bike, everything except for the frame. Frame will be black, I think, with just a clear pearl red, real faint, so that only when the light hits it, just the outside will be red where the light is, like right there. But other than that, it'll be 99% black. And then everything inside will be that red. I mean, as much stuff as I can make red, probably even the rear fender. I'll probably just clean this up and make a cut here into the black and leave this red. So I got to order the seat from Charles, and that'll probably take a couple weeks too, plus especially with the holidays. You know, that's how it goes. But badass looking bike. This is the Marauder 2.0. I fixed all the issues that I had with the first one. I gotta tell you, this bike is far superior. I'm gonna paint this black too, so that it, you know, except for the outside, so everything blends in. But we are getting there. It's just, you know, the weekend is Christmas weekend or whatever the hell's going on. Christmas in the middle of the week this week. But, so this one has the Amazonian flywheel, okay? And it also has the Amazon rod. This is the engine from the Bad Little Fugger build. But I have an arc rod for it. You can see I got a new side cover for it. Again, we're just using this for mock-up. But I'm gonna pull that frickin' China rod out of there and put an arc rod in there, because I found out that's why my other bike vibrates so bad in the middle RPM. Remember, I had to put these struts on, all this stuff, thinking it was because it was a kingpin design that it was vibrating. That was not it at all. It was that goddamn Amazon rod. So now we put an arc rod in this other bike, in the white bike, and that sumbitch is smooth. I got two rods. We're going to replace the one in that red bike too. And then we're going to turn this into a little dirt crapper. Lots of fun projects to do. Mr. Brian, sir, I hope you like your bike.